Hey YouTube,
I'm Jasmine.
and I'm Jasmine, and welcome to the Jasmine Show.
So today we're going to be talking about getting into real estate, how to get started, and where you really go from there. So Jasmine, how'd you get started?
Jasmine, great question. No, but seriously, I got started with the 75-hour course online. So state specific, so check in your state because each state is different. Georgia's 75 hours in your state.
I got licensed in Texas, and Texas was 180 hours. So definitely a lot more requirements there, but definitely worth it. So where'd you go for school? I know you can do online or you can go in person. What'd you?
So I did online. It was realestateu.com. And it was go at your own pace, up to a year. And if you didn't finish within that year, you would have to pay for the course again and then restart.
Oh, really? Wow.
So
I didn't know that. Well, I did mine through a school agent, and you can start it whenever and then finish it whenever, and you still have access to that course till forever.
Yeah.
And I love a school agent. I would definitely recommend it to everyone who's getting into real estate because it wasn't like the PDF version where you would like scroll through and like read and just have to retain that. It was like these fun little blocks of like chapters, and you have like pop quizzes and like these animated characters talking to you about real estate and like real life videos. And so it was really cool, and you could like scroll through on your phone, do it at your own pace. I was still working at the time, so I did it at work. Yeah, it was really great, and I definitely recommend it.
So were there other states in that school?
Yeah, so I think they're across, I'm not for sure, but almost all 50 states. Yeah.
Okay. See, mine, so they only had like a few states for sure. Like definitely Florida, North Carolina, and Texas was in there, and New York, and California. But it was just so boring. Like, it was like these like, I don't know, it's supposed to be a PowerPoint, but when you press play, it was just a voiceover and no video or anything.
Yeah, no, I don't learn that way. I need like interactiveness. I need like funness.
Yeah.
That's what Exploitation was. It was pretty fun.
That's good.
Yeah. And then they had practice tests after each chapter. So with Texas, the 180 hours, it's 6 courses that were 30 credit hours each. And you'd have to test after each course. And they would have practice tests that were exactly like the actual test. And when I took the state and national exam, they also had material to study for that, because some courses, they will require you to pay an additional fee to study the state and national exams and have access to that. But A school, it's included, and the practice exam was exactly like the state and national exam. I finished in 20 minutes. I was kind of sitting there like, maybe I did something wrong because I finished so fast.
Yeah.
And there was a guy that came in before me, like, because I sat in the car and just reviewed for like 20 minutes. And he came in before me 20 minutes, and I finished before him. And I was like, maybe I should double check my answers. I double checked it like 3 times. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna submit it. And then I ended up acing it. So
That's good.
I was like, it's all due to the course. Like, that's for sure.
So yeah, my practice test wasn't included, but I think it was like an extra $60 or $50. And they had, my course did have a quiz after every chapter. And then you had 2 chances to take the final exam. And the practice course that I actually paid for additionally, so it had like, I think 14 chapters in there, something like that, or 6 chapters, I don't know. But there was like 2 quizzes after each chapter too, to practice for the final. Or not the final, but the licensing.
So how much did yours cost?
In total, or?
In total, and then the add-on was 60, right?
Yeah, so I think it was about $120
Total?
Yeah, for that, and then plus the 60 would be $180.
Okay.
Yeah.
180. So mine was about the same. It was okay, so I like to save money.
Who doesn't?
And so I went and found a Groupon for it, and then I went on and found a like discount link for it, and so I got like 2 different discounts on it, so it ended up being 200. It's like around 200. I think like 205 to be exact. But
That's good.
really cheap. I have my like a discount link of my own. It was like that's what I use, is I use someone else's discount link. But I have my discount link that I can share. It'll be linked in the description below if you want to check it out. So what else did you have to do to get your license other than the schooling? So for the Texas State licensing exam fee, that was $54, and then for my fingerprints, that costed $38.25 to be exact. And so in total, I spent $472.25 to get my exam.
Okay. I don't know my complete total, but I think my fingerprints
Added up.
I think it was $50 for my fingerprints. Or 15. That's a big difference. There's a 5 somewhere in there. Exam was $121, and then to pick up my license was $70. And then that was it.
So about 300?
Yeah, about 300.
About 300, so 100 less. So yeah, to get your license, you need to, well, in Texas, you need to pay the real estate license fee. You need to get your fingerprints, background check, and then get continuing education, and then take your exams. And then you're officially licensed, but you have an inactive license until you get sponsored by a brokerage. So getting started is the easy part.
For some people. I feel like we were lucky enough to pass on our first try.
That is true. Some people, I've heard it took 7 tries. So that kind of sucks because you have to pay each time.
Yeah, that's like almost $1,000 just to get a license.
Right. And the thing about real estate when you get started is you'll definitely want to make sure that you have money saved in the bank. That's like the number one thing. You need to have money set aside for the courses, the fingerprints, and all that, but also in case you're not making any income for the next 3 to 6 months, like I would definitely set some aside for that because it is commission based, and so you'll never know when you get paid, so you don't want to be living like paycheck to paycheck or in debt or anything like that.
Yeah.
So set aside enough money for you to live comfortably and actually be able to grow and invest into your business before starting. So since I started my license in Texas and I moved here to Georgia, I had to get a reciprocal license, and all I had to do really was submit all my paperwork. It was my license. I had to get a whole nother set of background, fingerprint check, and then I had to pay $75 and then fill out the required forms that they had on the Georgia Real Estate Commission website. And then I emailed all of that, and it takes at least like 2 weeks, so just be wary of that when you do apply for reciprocal. It's not right away. And then I got my license. They emailed me back a printed copy of my license, and it was really simple, honestly. Just took a long time. It took me a month.
Oh wow.
Because they weren't very responsive. I actually sent in the wrong type of check.
What check did you send in?
I sent in like one from my bank. I literally went to my bank, paid for a check, and then sent that in, and it was the wrong kind of check. They wanted like a MoneyGram or a cashier's check. That's not directly from your bank, like your bank account. It's from the entire
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And so they actually sent it back to me. I had to pay $25 to correct my mistake. And then I got it 2 weeks later. So it was a long process for me, but definitely worth it. Agent to agent relationships are so important because then you can just send referrals to each other, like, hey, I have someone who's moving to Georgia, can you help them out? And then it's generally a 25% referral fee.
Yeah.
That they pay and you get. So if I send someone to her, let's say I'm in Texas, and I send someone to her in Georgia, then I'm gonna get 25% and she will handle everything.
Yeah. So.
And she also gets, you know, that business and then referrals off of that business.
Yes.
To come. If you guys have any questions about real estate or how to get started in real estate, feel free to leave a comment, or you can DM either one of us and we're more than happy to help you. Don't forget to leave this video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And share.
And share.
With your parents and your siblings.
And your cousins and your aunts and your uncles, because everyone's wanting to get into real estate right now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully in the future we can hand you your next set of keys.
That was good.
That was cute.
Yeah.